Hello, everybody. I am live here on YouTube and Facebook. I hope. I hope all the glitches have worked out from before. Let's see. I had some people who were here early, and especially Lori Diani. Hello. Says, good morning. It's not often I get to attend one of your spreads. Well, welcome, and I hope you're doing well today. That's awesome. I'm glad you're here. Also, Miss Kay is here. Hello. Kay is, oh, sorry, I've got Sako Tumi's friends going. Yeah. Let's see. So where was I? Oh yeah. So this K here is another one of the Heart Breathing's admins/streamers. How are you? I hope you're doing well this morning. Also, Melina Knox is here. Says hello, everyone. Hello. So let's see. I guess I just wanted to say hi first today. And then I can go into my spiel, which is, for any of you who are new here, my name is Heather, obviously. I'm Heather Dewey Pettit, and I am a writer, editor, and artist. And what ties all three of those things together is my love of fantasy and science fiction. So that said, as a writer, so let's see. Over the last several years or so, my main focus in my writing has been on writing fiction. And so I have had lots of ideas, but my main lip work in progress is a women's fantasy that has elements of YA fantasy and epic fantasy. And so all of this is on a mythology base. So yes, using mythology and folklore essentially of a certain country. Let's see. And yeah, so that said, as a, well, actually, I can go a little bit further with that. In terms of my novel, where I'm at in writing it is I am after the midpoint reaction is where I am in terms of the, I guess it's 3-act story structure is primarily what I've been using lately. That seems to make a lot of sense to me. How that said, however, I've been using a lot of the heroine's journey lately. So I find that completely fascinating. And I used to use the hero's journey because there's a lot of mythic elements, but then I found out about the heroine's journey, and I think that's really really interesting, and to look at things from that perspective. So yes, and so again, in terms of my novel, I have been editing, basically. I have been combining some documents. I have been editing some. So my current plan is to get all of Act 1 finished editing, so I can send it off to a couple of critique partners. So And then I'm going to continue with that, and then work on composing. I was going to say composition, but that's not quite right. And work on composing and finishing off the manuscript. So that's my main focus for as a writer for Q2, is to get it finished. So it's not too much more, I hope. Like I said, so I'm at Act 2B. At the tail end. Well, it's at the point where it starts blending to Act 3. So that's where I'm at. So, and then as an artist, as an editor, I have, let's see, I offer various editing services, and I have been for quite some time. It's hard to believe that I've been doing all of this for more than 25 years. It just floors me. But anyway, yes, so I offer various services, including substantive editing and copy editing and proofreading. I also do sensitivity and authenticity reading. And I've been researching that quite a bit lately. And actually, I've been writing about it even on my Substack. So my first Substack of the month, which was during the second week of the month, was all about the more authenticity aspect of it, but it's kind of there's this gray area between the two, where there's a lot of overlap, basically. And so that was all about my experience as a woman growing up during the time frame that I did. So to date myself, in the 70s and 80s, I'm a Gen Xer. And then I just published this morning one all about authenticity reading and horsemanship, because I grew up around horses, and I still have a love affair with horses. I don't own one. I haven't owned one since I was a teenager, but I have had experiences with horses since, but it's been a little while. But I have contained. I contain some knowledge, a lot of knowledge from when I was growing up. So there's that. Anyway, I have a bunch of links down below if anybody wants to check those things out. So, and then to kind of wrap things up, I am an artist as well. And regarding that, I love working with water-based media like watercolor and gouache and watercolor inks. And so, yes, this art you see around me is my very own, that I took a high-res photo of, and I've been using that as an inspiration for my branding. And by the way, Books by Adrian made this logo for me, as well as my opening and closing sequences. Highly recommend. I can put a link to his channel. In the description, and maybe in the chat. Let me just write a note down so I remember. So yeah, and then also in terms of being an artist, I have reopened my Etsy shop, just to let everybody know. And also there was some money sitting in there that I needed to put in my PayPal. But anyway, so that's been reinstated, and I'm also planning on working on my coffee shop, where I will have things like, because a lot of you voted, thank you very much, on my poll that's on my community tab. So it looks like a lot of you like planner things, of course. And so there will be things coming to my my coffee. There's a shop in there and in my coffee, on my coffee page, whatever. So anyway, looking forward to all of this, getting back into that as well. So all of that said, I'm going to move on and look at some more comments before we get started with our sprinting. Apparently Kay's been been awake pretty early, going to do some lighter artsy stuff for your sprints. Love it. Rachel D. Adams is here, says hello, and is hugging the like button. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so hitting the like button, of course, helps with a channel's algorithm and all of that. Thank you very much for doing that. Also, Comet is here. Good morning, says morning, everyone. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good, Comet. Melina, hell yeah, Gen X. Yeah. Yes, it was, yeah. If somebody wants to write a character about a Gen Xer and doesn't know how, yeah, my Substack is there. Yay, Gen Xers. Yay, the first generation to grow up with Star Wars. Also, free range female. Hi. I know I've seen you around YouTube before. If you haven't been to my sprints before, welcome. Oh, right. Whoops, it jumped, of course. But Jen is here. Hey, all. Hello. Miss Jenna is another one of the Heart Breathing's admin and streamers. And I'm going to move my hair for some reason. Okay. Jenna is lurking and liking. Thank you. Alrighty, lurking is fine. Lurking is completely fine. Let me go ahead and get a timer shared. Yeah, my Gen X eyes. I'm looking through the bottom of my glasses. Let's see. Yeah. That's something I forgot to do. Myself a timer. Get my kitty. Let's see. Pomodoro Kitty. I've been using that a lot. Because I don't know. You can customize it. It's easy. It doesn't take up a lot of bandwidth. Although I might I might use a fellow AuthorTubers timer. Some of the AuthorTubers make timers. I have not done that, but that doesn't mean I won't. I might do that eventually. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. So I do like to start sprinting at about 1/4 after the hour. That way I'm kind of putting a time frame so I don't talk too much. So yeah. Is there anything else? Before we get started, I do like using 25 minutes, at least for the first one. Lately, I've been doing like 30 minutes for the second. We can put it up to a vote if you wanted to do 30 minutes or maybe even 40. I used a 40 not too terribly long ago. You know, everybody seems to be liking the longer sprint in the middle, and then wrapping up with about with about a 25-minute. So that would be fine with me. Before we get started, please remember to get a sip of what you're drinking. Water is a good thing, but coffee is good too. Coffee is yummy. If you like coffee, get whatever you need. If you need to walk around before you get started, that's a good idea. Oh yeah, I forgot to. Was it Hot Mess Hardy? If you want to let everybody know what you're working on, please feel free. If you don't want to do that, that's fine too. I think I'm going to probably just dive right into my editing. While I'm editing, I am handwriting what I've changed, and when I get to the point where I do all that I'm going to do in terms of editing, then I'm going to start composing. not yeah, you know what I mean. My little joke from earlier. So yes, I think I'll probably just jump in instead of starting with journaling. We'll see how that goes. So yes, let's go ahead and get things started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right. All righty. There we go. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? I had a little bit of exactly what is the word I'm looking for? Something I needed to do. I put some things in the description that I must have taken out on the YouTube end on accident. So I put some things in there, including books by Adrian's channel and some other things. I have all my descriptions below now. So I realized that was not there. So I fixed that, and let's see, and I did do some editing, so that makes me pretty happy. An important scene is coming up. Let's see. Yes. So I am on chapter 5. My chapters are relatively short. So it shouldn't take too long to get to where I need to be to finish Act 1. So getting closer for sure. Melina is working on edits. Awesome. So for those of you who are editing their work, yeah, let's edit together. Yes. Wonderful. Let's see, a couple more minutes. It is 11:45 my time. So yes, that. So yes, I have the links there now. Oh yes. What is the hashtag that I believe Angela, the other Heart Breathings admin, Angela coined, Hot Mess Hardy? Yes, that would be me as well. Sometimes. So I can't think of anything else. Yes, I've got my down below. I have my link tree, and then there's something within the link tree is my coffee, and that I went ahead and popped that in there too. Some other stuff, including the AuthorTube playlist. Also, in the description should be all of the Heart Breathings things. Why am I not seeing? Okay, I need to do that again. Yeah, that was just odd. I have to put some more things in the description. It wasn't cooperating for some weird reason. Yeah, this is, I don't know what's going on with YouTube in the studio. So I know I copied and pasted some things. I don't know why I'm not seeing them in the description. Would anybody could anybody check that out for me and see what they see? There should be, well, I see a couple things in there. Anyway, if you would do that for me, I would really appreciate it. Okay, one moment. Let me see here. Now, so again, is there a particular how long do we want our second sprint to be. We can go with 25 or 30. I might even go with 40. But what does everybody think about that? Please let me know. What do you think? 30 minutes. I don't think I can do polls yet. I don't think I can do that yet. I did have 450 subscribers. I went over 450 not too long ago, and then I don't know. Well, YouTube being as it is, sometimes you just drop subs for no reason. So Melina likes 40, but 30 works too. Going once. How about 30? Going twice. Just waiting for the internet to catch up. 30? All right. And sold. Let's do 30 minutes. If you don't want me to show that your comment, Rachel, let me know. Yes. I hear you. Rachel. I hear you. It's okay. All right. Just wanted your permission first. So Rachel had something to get off her chest. People who do not have the kind of ADHD that you have, or if they're neurotypical, never seem to comprehend what their interruptions do to us. Yes, if we are focusing and say we have the door closed or something similar, or we have earphones on, headphones, whatever you want to call them, on, and then they interrupt us, and we're on a roll and we're hyper focusing. Yes. It will completely derail you. Interruptions just derail you. Lori, I guess missed the first sprint. YouTube has this thing of freezing up and then I get kicked off. I'm sorry. Yeah, we did do the first sprint already. We were just deciding on the second sprint. Looks like I'm going to go ahead and do 30 minutes. Yeah, in case anybody else has this issue. Rachel says, I am derailed. Yes, it's a thing. Me and Rachel and I can't talk right now. Rachel and I hope your connection gets better. Maybe you could reboot. I don't know if that'll do anything, but I don't have a whole lot of suggestions right now. So yes. Speaking of derailments. Okay, let's see here. I am going to change this to 30 minutes. All righty. And then we can get back to maybe refresh the browser tab with your that's running YouTube. It's been doing some weird things where I'm watching something that's live on YouTube. I walk away, I come back, and the where it shows that it's playing, it'll be rolled back for some strange reason. It will be, I lost like 4 or 5 minutes or more. It's really odd. And that's on any device at all. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this next sprint started. Let's see. This, yeah. Okay. Yes. Don't interrupt me. Because and then you can just forget completely what you were going to do, what you were going to say, what you were going to write, whatever it is. You just completely forget where you are. Okay, then. If everybody's ready for our second sprint of 30 minutes. Yes, and then we have plenty of time for a third sprint of about 25 minutes. That'll work very well. Alrighty. So please remember to do whatever you need to do for yourself. If you can, and this is what you need to get up and move around, that is a good thing to do. Getting distracted with, or you can get distracted with a chat. Get coffee, water, tea. Do whatever you need to do for yourself, everybody. I need to sit up straight in my chair as best I can. Just adjusting things here. Don't mind me. So anyway, yes. Back up your work. Maybe do a little stretch. So, oh my, Rachel. And just get distracted with the chat again. Let's go ahead and get this second sprint started, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's sprint. That deserved a smart. Okay. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? I I was making sure that I had some things in the description, so I checked on that, and everything looks like it's okay. So I hope so. It looked that way. So just a little admin that way, and I did some editing and tried not to get distracted with chat. However, Paget came in, Paget Farmer. Let's see. Yes, so I think that was directed at me, by the way. I'm not quite sure. I think that was maybe just everybody in general. Anyway, Yolanda came in as well. Yolanda Justin said, "Good morning. I'm back from a trip to the Boston area, and I'm a week behind on HB90 and everything else, but it was worth it. You are not behind," as Sarah says. So I try to remind myself of that as well. I'm so glad that you had fun. You had a chance to get away, because that's, a change of scenery is nice every once in a while, for sure. Glad you had some fun. Yes. So, and then Paget came in. Spring break writing. And says to Rachel, my Gmail is such a dumpster fire. I can relate to this. But she did have a suggestion. She said, I did find a way to get rid of a lot of them for space reasons. If you do a search for anything with unsubscribe in it, I'm assuming you're subbed to a bunch of stuff you don't care about. And what is it? And then hit delete all. That would be really helpful for a lot of us, I'm sure. It takes a good while, but it clears up oodles of space. That's, yeah. That sounds like a good strategy. Something I ought to use later myself. So yes, that's always interesting, trying to write while kiddos on break from school. That's always interesting. Trying to work. But good luck. So yes, these sprints are hosted on behalf of the Heart Breathing to Writing community group on Facebook, and this community is just amazing. Very supportive folks, and I'm very happy to be an admin and sprinter. I thought I moved it down. So yes, all group roles apply, everybody. Yes, that was great. Okay, I mostly stared at a blank screen the entire sprint. That's still being creative, right? If you're thinking about doing creative stuff, sure, absolutely. Absolutely. Making progress on edits, I think. Awesome. Yes, more edits. I did. I got, I would estimate 500 words handwritten that I edited. Oh my. 1 second. I just wanted to, and then we'll finish off with probably a 25-minute sprint, just so we can talk after. A little bit of time to talk after. One thing I will be doing during this last sprint is getting a bunch of things in the chat. And for I will be putting some links to heart readings things. And we will get I will also get the next sprinter in the chat. That should be Miss Diane Dobson Barton. Let's see. So I will be doing that momentarily. This is very true. Fun fact, a pumice stone or nail buffer with grain can get fountain pen ink off skin. Oh, yes, there's a much more here. Yolanda started a short story. 404 words. Awesome. Especially after fountain pen explodes. Oh. I've not had a fountain pen explode, I don't think, but I have used them in the past and they can leak. Especially if you don't have things closed very well. Okay. Yeah. This would be me. Okay, so Rachel finished a book review on Goodreads for a very lighthearted book that was picked for me in a group. Liked it, give it 4 stars. Awesome. Now, yes, I'm going to reset this timer for 25 minutes so I don't go over too much. Because, yes, I do believe Miss Diane is sprinting today. All right. So I will be getting a bunch of stuff in the chat. Also, by the way, I guess I'll say it again. I do have a bunch of my own, not a bunch, but I have a couple of my own links in the chat, in the description. I have my link tree, my coffees in there. I can put my Substack separately as well, but it's in my link tree. Where again, I published something just this morning about authenticity reading in regards to equestrianism. So yes, that was a lot of fun to write. I've been wanting to do that for a while. So I got that published this morning. And so anyway, I'm going to wrap this up by popping some things in the chat. All right. So again, do whatever you need to do for yourself, everybody. If you need to get a drink, if you're able to and need to, get up and walk around, or just please do whatever you need to do for yourself. And we're going to get this started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, that was the end of our last sprint of the day. Okay. Just checking on something. Oh, let's see. Alrighty. So Rachel was enjoying Mel's Tough Love Tuesday. I'm going to be watching that later myself. I popped that in the chat as well. So yes. So this again, these sprints today are were hosted on behalf of the Heart Readings Community group on Facebook. Here is the link to join if you're not a member and you're interested. Please remember to answer the membership questions. And here's where you here's a link to the website, the Heart Breathing's website. That's a direct link to the to where you can find information about the community and where you can find the sprints, the sprint schedule. And also, Diane is the next Heart Breathing's host today. I popped it in as well. We popped it in about the same time, but thank you very much, Rachel. And then Becky came in, sliding to say, howdy, hearties. Hello. Hello. Hi. So it was time for lunch for Rachel, so she left. Thank you for the sprints. You're welcome. Here is Mel's live today on her other channel. Scroll and subscribe. Pardon. Yes, thanks so much for coming, Rachel. So Paget was talking a little bit about basically where she lives in Los Angeles, California. Melina Knox had to go, so thank you, Heather. You're welcome. Let's see. Thank you for coming, everybody. Paget and Louise. Also, Diane Dobson Barton writing. This is Diane, who will be streaming at 2, so I need to wrap things up pretty soon. Yolanda says, thank you for the sprints. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you to anybody that might be watching the replay. I appreciate it. Let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to say? I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but let's see. Mostly that I stream here on YouTube on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I guess I'll see everybody Thursday. And let's see. Also, there's a link to the AuthorTube playlist in the description. And if you need any more sprints. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And I will see everybody later. Bye.